All right. So now, who we got on deck?
Mary!
We got Mary in the house.
Woo woo.
All right.
Well,
Your turn to share some testimony. What you got?
I have an awesome testimony. I have a presentation. I didn't complete the presentation. It was a last minute thing, so I just try to do it as fast as I can. But then my phone didn't work, so I'm like, here's a presentation. I'm just gonna give you guys what I got. Let me see if I can share my screen.
Straight put a presentation together.
Let's see here.
We're delivering.
All right, here it goes. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so for me, this is very special. It's a very special program for me. I'm gonna control my emotions. I'm gonna control my emotions because I could do that now. This program, I say, is an act of goodness. It's an act of power. It's an act of human power. Because without this program, I wouldn't start my success story. And this is the beginning where in 5-10 years from now, I will be in my highest peak of success. And you guys are witnesses of my beginning of success story. So this is where I was before I started the Mindset program. I weighed about 250 pounds. I was lost. I had a lot of emotional issues. And because of my emotional instability, I had issues at work. I had issues at home. I had issues with my family. I had issues with myself. And a lot of that came because I had a lot of fractures in my heart because of past instances of my life that my family or, my parents created in me. But, these times, these moments were the moments that God touched me right now. And there's been other moments that I have been touched in such a wonderful, beautiful way that God led me to believe that there is goodness, there is a success behind this. So I met Adriana, she came to our office, and I work for Jacoby and Myers, you guys. I am a manager at Jacoby and Myers. I'm the oldest employee in Jacoby and Myers. And I'm the only loyal employee that has been sturdy with the law firm since it started. She came to our office, and when I saw her and her group people, I felt that if she's this big and she has the same background as I do, come from a humble family, they were immigrated here to our country, and she just started off as a simple employee working at a Burger King. Why can I do that if I was born here, if I'm a citizen? And I said, if she could do it and she went this far, why can I? So it all started with looking at her and admiring her for her success and saying, if I didn't have to go through the struggles that she went through by immigrating to this country, I was born here. I was lucky enough to be gifted to be born here as a citizen of the United States. Why I cannot go as hard as I can, So I looked at her as a role model because her success story is very fabulous. It's amazing how she did it from a very humble, starting at Burger King to now what she is a $10 million company and still running it and still creating good things for us. And I'm very happy that I'm part of this great program and great team. And then on the right side, when I met Richard, it has been a life-changing experience. I didn't know all of this could have been real if it wasn't for Richard. I started going to the first program or first session that he ever made that my friend, Sylvia, a good friend, invited me to, which was the business planning. And that business planning got me to know Richard. And I said, oh my God, this guy is like another Tony Robbins. But that's what I was basically comparing it to. But guess what, you guys? This guy is not a Tony Robbins. This guy is better than Tony Robbins because this guy has a deep connection with our Father up in heaven. And I'm going to stick to this guy because this guy is going to succeed and I'm going to succeed with him. So since then, my life has changed so much. so much. I want to show you guys the visuals, but before I get there, I went to a restaurant the day that I met Richard. I went to eat Chinese food with my good friend Sylvia. And as I got the fortune cookie, that day it says, "You are on the road of the path of your success." I didn't believe that, you guys. When I got it, I didn't believe that. But I took a picture of it. For some reason, I said, let me take a picture of it because it could probably be true, right? Fortune cookies, really, they say a lot of things. But guess what, you guys? It was no coincidence. This is really happening. And it could get really, really scary. But I'm going for it because I'm a risk taker. I'm going to give it all I have and give it a shot. And if I fail, I'm going to do it again. And if I fail again, I'm going to keep going because nothing's going to stop me now. And let me exit this. I want you guys to be with it. I finished it. I could have showed you guys more visuals. I would have put more picture on there. But when I started, and this was before the mindset program, I bought the first calendar from Richard. I bought the first planner. And when I started the program, right before, 2 months before, I was in this level. I was very low. All the categories of the life path in the maps were very low. I had no self-esteem. My family connection was low. Partner connection was down the drain. My healthy food, everything was really bad. That was in December of 2019. So I started following Richard. I started going to the programs. I started believing in myself. And then in February, I received a very big gift from heaven. I received the Holy Spirit. And that was like the best thing that ever happened to me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you guys see me? Hello? Okay.
Yeah.
It was the best thing that ever happened to me because in March, my map circle started getting better. I was almost at a 10 with my spirituality, and everything else was getting better. And I have like 5 planners because every month I do it. So this was in March. So imagine the difference from the beginning. And then this is for March. So it only took about 2 months for me to change this much. But it's not there yet, guys. This is just a flower that started blooming. In April of 2020, this month, two months ago, this was my circle. It looks like a star almost because, you know, some areas I was really going up and some areas were just needed a lot of work. But I said, I'm not stopping there. I continue following Mike and Richard, and I started seeing and really putting a lot of emphasis on their education, on the things that he was providing. A lot of the stuff made so much sense to me. A lot of them I implemented in my daily life. I did it with my personal life, with my business life, with my relationships at work, with my relationships at home, with my personal relationships, me and my husband. It has been rough, but we're going up there. Everything is working out and it's coming out perfectly as God has planned. So in the month of April, my circle started going up, and you guys know the numbers. So now it's June, and look at my circle. I'm almost there. You guys. I just have to work on the partner connection, but I'm almost there. God is great. When you follow the right people, when you have faith in yourself, when you love yourself, and when you start believing that you're capable of so many things, you know, there's not enough words for me to explain how grateful, how appreciative, how much I feel for what has changed me so much. This has been a success story for me, because to be at where I was before, was almost of having suicidal thoughts, you guys. I felt my life was not worth nothing because all my life I have worked so hard to be somewhere, to be somebody, you know, making $1 million for my bosses, being top manager in the firm, making millions, you know, having a family that is being, it's getting torn down because I was never home. You know, I put a lot of emphasis on other things that were not important. And now that I remember that I am important, that I'm worth more than $1 million, that I'm worth more than all the work that I've done in these 12 years with that firm, I value myself. I love myself. You know, now nobody could change my thoughts, my way of being. Now I have a concrete decision of what I want and where I want to go. And nobody's going to stop me now because I have my eyes on the prize. I have my focus on 100% 20/20 vision. With these glasses, they help me a lot. But I know that I'm going to meet, when I get there, I'm going to be at the best place I ever been in my whole life. Another thing, you guys, I'm opening up my business next month. They're right now putting the floor. They're doing the walls. We're going to have furniture in the next 2 weeks. I'm not stopping here, you guys. This is where Adriana started. She started in one little office. I'm going to multiply that by 3, by 4, by 5, whatever God bless me with. Because if you do good deeds, good deeds come to you. And I wouldn't believe that if it wasn't for Richard. If it wasn't for Richard, I would have never believed that good exists. So thank you, Richard. Thank you to the program. Thank you for everybody for showing me that we're all in this together, that I'm not alone, that forces of humans could create power and positivity and create love and create, to be there together and help each other rise. Rise to the highest star you could possibly can, because we only have one life to live. And if we don't live the best we can in this life, then it wasn't worth living. We're not giving God what he wanted us to do in this world. And I don't know what else to say. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm in love with life, with God, with you guys. I'm in love with you guys.
Wow, what do you guys think about that? Mary, what would you say the most helpful, impactful thing of this program has been?
The most impactful thing was every day, everybody's motivation. Your testimonies that you guys gave for every Thursday, the progress that we have been making, the honest progress that we've been giving each other, that's held me accountable that whatever goal that I set myself for, I have to push through, and I had to do it. And together we did it, and we're doing it because we're not stopping yet. We haven't completed. But by the time I know that we will succeed after these 8 weeks, 8 weeks is not over. It's going to continue. 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 365 weeks from now, whatever years it's going to take for us to be successful, that's it. And even when we get successful, that's not it. We have to pass on the success story to everybody else, whoever you touch, for that person to be successful. So you're changing a life, not only yours, but somebody else's. After you meet your success, you have to pass on your success story, your success wisdom. How did you get there to somebody else? Because you want to make that a ripple effect so the world could be a better place to live.
Amen.
Amen.
Wow, Mary.
Wow.
Disciple.
You're on fire, Mary.
This girl is so
We're disciples.